Welcome to La Boheme family, a trio with big dreams. I'm Roberta, and this is my partner Onur. And she is our little adventurer Luna. We are on a journey to live a life filled with freedom and unforgettable experiences. We decide to break away from the conventional lifestyle and set sail around the world in our trusty sailboat. Join us as we navigate the seas, discover new culture, and share the highs and lows of our sailing adventure. So, hit the subscribe button and let's sail together. The distance between Onur in Maine and Luna and I here in Italy is becoming more challenging each day. But we can't wait for the moment when we are finally reunited and sailing together. For now, the projects must go on, and Onur is making incredible progress fixing the boat, working solo in the beautiful forest of Bristol, Maine. In our last video, we showed you how Onur painted both the rudder and the bottom of the boat. Now it's time to install the rudder, but before that, there are a few key components that need to go in first. The cutlass bearing housing, the cutlass bearing itself, the shaft and the propeller. Before we dive into the step-by-step process, let me share a story that explains why we made certain decisions during this project. When the boat was en route to France under the care of two professional captains, it started taking on water, leaking heavily around the stern tube. An emergency haul-out was required, and the previous owner, frustrated with the issue, decided to sell the boat. When we bought the sailboat, we thought the only issue was a faulty cutlass bearing. But when Onur removed the shaft, he discovered a much bigger problem. The stern tube hose was completely rotten. Water had been flooding in from there. So Onur replaced the stern tube and upgraded it from 1 clamp to 2 clamps, which is the proper boat standards. To prevent future issues, he also decided to replace the shaft. If you remember from our earlier videos, the coupling was incredibly difficult to remove, and Onur had to raise the engine just to get the shaft out. To avoid that kind of problem again, he switched everything from European to US standards, converting the measurements from millimeters to inches. This also meant that the cutlass bearing housing had to be resized to fit the new shaft. After some searching, Onur finally found a workshop that could adjust the cutlass bearing housing diameter to match the US standards components. Now let's go through the steps of how Onur put it all back together, piece by piece. First, he measured the cutlass bearing and housing to ensure proper length.
So cutlass bearing is 6-inch length and my housing is 4-inch, so it should be 2-inch out and I have to cut it after that.
Next, he created a tool to help guide the cutlass bearing into the housing.
So it should be like here, and then these little pieces, it will go like that. It will be support this, the cutlass bearing entering housing. Nice. So wish me luck.
Then he aligned the cutlass bearing for smooth installation.
So this is the housing. We enter like that to support. This is the system how you have to put it. But let's see how it will turn.
After that, he installed the cutlass bearing.
This is the 1.5 that what I was expecting, and this is the cutlass bearing end. Perfect.
Then he trimmed the excess from the cutlass bearing.
This is the piece that extra and out. Looking good.
And finally, he inserted the shaft to check its alignment with the engine.
I would like to talk about a little bit about shaft and cutlass bearing. So what is this cutlass bearing? This is non-metallic. As you remember my previous videos that I try to take it out. The metal one, the brass one, it takes me 2 days to take it out. So this one, I wanted the non-metallic. I think it's fiberglass on the outside. So this is good for cutting and replacing much easier. So what is cutlass bearing is doing? So cutlass bearing, when it is entered, very tight for the shaft, is actually align the shaft to go all the way to engine mount. So when it is aligned, so shaft is not moving or vibrating around that. So it's a protection and it's alignment, and it doesn't require any kind of like a lubrication. Only the lubrication I am doing not to damage the shaft. It is the water soap mixed with the water. Shaft is already in. It has to be go a little bit more because of the coupling. Take a little bit like this distance. So shaft is already in. Let's see. So cutlass bearing is aligned. As you see, that's 10 to 2.
Next, it was time to prepare the propeller. Since the propeller is made of bronze, anti-fouling paint couldn't be used on its surface. This is because anti-fouling paints contain high copper content, which can cause issues when applied to other metals. So Onur opted for a specific paint designed for bronze propellers. He first cleaned the propeller with an abrasive wheel.
Propeller preparation. With this baby is clean, like this size is clean. So when you are going like this, and it is cleaning all these stuffs on top. Let's see how it will turn out.
After that, he applied a zinc-free product called Barnacle Blocker, putting on 2 coats for optimal protection.
So propeller is ready, and I am using this one for the propeller specific. Let's go to see.
Now, with everything in place, it was finally time to install the rudder. But, as with many boat projects, it was not an easy task.
I can definitely tell you guys, this is now 1%. I can't even not talk. I'm so tired. I can tell you, this is not 1% job. That's insane. How they build it, this rudder, like it's insane. It's not coming in. I just put inside the bottom, but the top is struggling. It's heavy, super heavy. I can even not lift it. Thank God I don't have problem. But let's see how it will work.
And here it is, the finished result. Everything in place. It's been a challenging process, but seeing the boat come together like this make it all worth it. We are one step closer to being back on the water where we belong.
Good morning, another Bristol morning. 50 Fahrenheit. 8 degree in the Celsius. So another thank you for coffee. Thank you for coffee for Emrah and Melek and their daughter Perry. And also thank you for coffee Ali Reza Aksoyek, my cousin. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for your help and support and all these beautiful messages. Yeah, I need to be finish this project as soon as possible because it's getting winter here and I need to head to South Florida. But as you see on the channels and the news, there's a hurricanes are coming. So I need to be a little bit wait for that reason. So let's see how it will work. Thank you. Enjoy your days.
Well, I don't have coffee this time. It's night, and if I drink coffee now, I will never get to sleep. I have been busy with so much going on, so I couldn't record in another moment, but I still wanted to say a huge thank you to these amazing people that bought us coffee. Actually, feeling your support is incredibly rewarding, and your beautiful words mean a lot to us. So as always, if anyone else want to give us a coffee boost, you can scan the QR code, sorry for my English, or scan the link. As always, we are so thankful for your support, and we are so happy to have you all following our journey. Grazie mille e buonanotte.
Thank you.